Uh, Yo, man, this is gonna be a rant, but I'm gonna talk about this particular subject, man. And like I said before, I do this for me, for venting purposes. And if you don't like it, please get the fuck off my channel because I do this for me. Now, back to the subject at hand. I want to talk about I want to talk about creating an opening. And what I mean by creating an opening is when you try to talk to a female, like try to warm her up, trying to, like warm her up to get to talk to you, to get her to talk to you so you can have a conversation with her and all that stuff. That's creating an opening, so you can, create a conversation with the woman. And when it comes to these modern day openings now, like, I don't know, this been going on for you. Actually, this has been going on for years, but they put it in satire jokes in movies and television shows. Like, this is what I've noticed, especially in the African American communities, black communities or whatever. Say, like, a real pretty girl, real fine, gorgeous black girl just walking down the street, and the man is trying to talk to her. Of course, the man is gonna, when like at first glance, he's a straight heterosexual man, and he tries to come and try to talk to her. She pays him no mind. But once he starts to switch and once he starts to switch and flip, and what I mean by when he starts to switch and flip, he'll turn on this gay persona. He'll switch and flip and start to have some sort of a gay persona, being flamboyant, trying to talk to the black female, and that particular black female is very responsive to him. So it's like, wait a minute. When he started off as being a straight black man, you didn't respond to his advances. But once he flipped his persona and showed his so-called gay persona, that's when you decided to talk to him. That's when you decided to warm up to him and start a conversation with him. You get what I'm saying? It's like nowadays, that's how it is when it comes to modern day society, is that, especially when it comes to black men and black women's relationships, is that you have to come off as somewhat of a gay person, somewhat of a gay man just to talk to these females. I don't understand that. It's like the way how it's looking now, it's like, in order for you to talk to a female, especially a black woman out here in these streets, you have to come off as as a gay dude, you know what I'm saying, being, flamboyant and all that stuff. And that's really fucked up. And that lets you know right there that females do not respect the masculine principle. Ain't that a bitch? It lets you know that females do not respect the masculine principle. And I'm going to be real with you, man. In my honest opinion, there's a reason why a lot of females like bad guys. I mean, like, how can I put this? There's a reason why a lot of females like bad boys. I put it that way. There's a reason why females like bad boys. Think about it. They're boys. They're immature. And also, a lot of these bad boys that's out here in these streets, they lack emotional intelligence. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to control themselves. A lot of these bad boys that's raised in the streets, not all of them, but the vast majority of them, especially black bad boys in the hood, they was raised by single moms, and they don't have their fathers in their lives. And by having a father in their lives, it checks their emotional balance. You know what I'm saying? By having a father in your life, man, it produces masculine principles inside of a young boy. But without those masculine principles, that boy is going to become very illogical and very, he won't be able to control his emotions like that. So when it comes to these bad boys out here, man, a lot of them can't control their emotions. They lack emotional intelligence. And that's why these females like these bad boys, because they share the same, I gotta say, emotional mentality as the rest of them. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's just my take on the matter on why a lot of these females like bad boys, because a lot of these bad boys are immature. They lack emotional intelligence, and they have, they share some similar traits with each other. You get what I'm saying? As far as on the emotional spectrum, you know what I'm saying? As far as not controlling themselves in a more mature way. But going back to what I said, man, about trying to talk to these females out here, man, especially black women, is like you meant to tell me that I gotta come off as some gay dude in order for me to talk to him. It's like, man, I might as well just, give up on that shit. I might as well just give up on just dating in general, dating in general in America, because from what I've seen, man, from what I've seen, no disrespect, man, but from what I've seen, man, in America, a lot of these females embrace the feminine. They embrace feminism. They embrace feminism to the point that they basically rejects the masculine principle. They basically reject the masculine principle. And I realize when it comes to a very proper relationship, you need the masculine and feminine principles in order for things to work. You know what I'm saying? You need order and you just need order and balance in your life. And what I mean by balance is having the masculine and the feminine principles going hand to hand with each other. You know what I'm saying? Being compatible with each other. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, God damn, it's like, ain't that a bitch? It's like this is for what now I don't know how it is when it comes to other communities, but in the black community, it's like you have to be, sort of gay or a bad boy or a thug or whatever just to talk to these females, you know what I'm saying? And I realize too, when it comes to talking to these females, man, like in the hood or whatever, they say, you gotta have a good mouthpiece. And what I mean by good mouthpiece, you like what they mean is, in my honest opinion, what they mean is a good mouthpiece, meaning that you have to lie. I'm like, wait a minute, you have to lie to these females too? I mean, you're not a player, you just lie a lot. A lot of these dudes want to talk about, I'm a player, I'm this, that, and the third. I mean, that's cool and all, but once you really think about it, you're not a player really. You just lie a lot. You lie to get to have sex with these females. You lie to have sex with them. You're not really a player, because a true player won't lie to these females. A true player will keep it real to these females. You know what I'm saying? And also a true player stands his ground too on what he wants out of a woman, or what he needs from a woman. He stands his fucking ground. He doesn't waver. We got these so-called players out here, man, that want to lie to these females, make up lies and all this stuff just to have sex with them. And then you realize, man, these motherfuckers ain't the real deal Holyfields. They're little but punks and bastards. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Don't make any sense. But I digress on that, man. But going back to what I said, man, putting off, creating some sort of a gay persona just to talk to these black women out here, man, or just women in color in general, or whatever. Well, I won't say women in color, but for what I've noticed, black women in America have to create some type of gay persona just to have a conversation with them. You might as well forget. I might as well forget it, man. I might as well, just forget about everything, man. Because it doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't make any sense, because I've seen examples in real life. I've actually seen examples in real life where you had guys that come off as heterosexual, but then they switch and flip and show off their so-called gay side persona, just try to talk to these females, and these females are very receptive to him, and they've been talking and all that stuff. I'm like, ain't that a bitch? So if he was masculine, you know what I'm saying, if he was his regular masculine self, you wouldn't talk to him. But once he switch up and flip out his gay persona, that's when you become very receptive to him. That doesn't make any sense to me at all. It's asinine. It's mind-boggling. I would rather be by myself. And I'll be real with you, man, no disrespect, but when I go to other communities, man, mainly, especially the white communities, like the white girls, like some of those white girls be checking me out, man, like out the blue. Like, I don't like, saying like I'm just walk up into a store, man, of my own business, and a couple of white girls be checking me out. I'm looking like, damn, these white girls checking me out, man. I ain't even looking at them, man. I'm just out here shopping, look at what they have, look at what this store has to offer when it comes to their products. And just a few, not all, not a lot of female, not a lot of white girls, but just a few white girls were checking me out. And were they attractive? Actually, some of them, yes, they were very attractive. And it wasn't heavy set like fat and all that stuff. Most of them were petite. Most of them were very petite, and some was medium built. You know what I'm saying? They had some, had a little curve to them. They got nice legs and all that stuff. A little medium, medium built. Nice size. Nice legs and all that stuff. But they wasn't fat. They wasn't fat. They had a little shape to them. But the other ones, man, the other white girls that was checking me out, they were petite. Skinny. With a cute face or whatever. I'm like, damn, these girls checking me out. That's cool. That's awesome. You know. But it just lets me know that the world is a bigger place. It lets me know that, I'm not the world a bigger place. Yeah, it lets me know that the world is a big place. But also it lets me know that your city or your towns or your neighborhood, once you venture out of your old neighborhoods and cities, you begin to see different things. You begin to meet different people. And also, once you venture out the United States of America, you begin to realize that the world is so much bigger than the US of A. Now, that I guarantee. That is so damn true. The world is so much bigger than the United States of America. But when it came to me, once I venture out of my city, once I venture out of my state, I began to see different things. And not just see different things, but also meet different people. You know what I'm saying? And when it came to those females, man, now the particular females those white girls that were checking me out for the most part, they was either in the suburbs or they was out of town. Not either, but the type of white females that were checking me out, they were from the suburbs or they live out of state. They didn't live in the same state as I did. Some came from out of the state that I live in. Some came from a different state, and others came from different suburbs that was checking me out. So I'm like, damn, this is pretty amazing. It's pretty cool. But like I said before, man, this whole switching up thing, man, the whole gay persona, you can count me out with that bullshit, man. I would rather be myself, my regular, genuine self, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to be myself, what God gave me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a gay man. I am a straight man, a straight black man. And I intend to keep it that way until the day I fucking die. The masculine principle must be upheld. The masculine principle must be upheld. It must. We must value the masculine principle. We must appreciate the masculine principle. But overall, we must appreciate the dynamics of order and balance of the masculine and the feminine principles. We have to. And that's all I got to say about that, man. That's all I got to say. So, yeah, man. So, thank you so much and have a good day.